It's your girl B, and as usual, I am on the scene with Tea Table TV. We are in the beautiful city of Houston, kicking it at the Flat, and we're gonna cover the On the Rise to Fame with the beautiful, creative Miss Aryka Randall.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for joining us tonight. How's it going, girl?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So, guys, in case you don't know, On the Rise to Fame is when we get a chance to sit down, converse, and chat with those who are in their community, giving back, inspiring, and just being really creative with their craft. So before we get into all the really juicy stuff, we know that you're a writer, we know that you're a blogger, we know that you did Girl Play TV, but tell us, who is Aryka Randall?
Oh, that's a great question. Aryka Randall is just, I would say, like a Cali girl with Southern twist. Kind of random, free-spirited, a friend, a curious person, a culture enthusiast.
Okay.
Kind of funny. Just your normal, everyday, around the way kind of girl.
Awesome. So going from tffmag.com, what made you decide to create a Facebook group?
Okay. So one of the girls that was following my blog kind of told me about her experiences in different groups and how they all end up being hookup groups.
Right.
And she was just like, I really, like, as an adult, it's hard to make friends that are
Absolutely.
like, you know, just kind of normal. So I was like, okay. So I was like, let me try to use my platform to create this group. And initially we had like 150, like 167, and then it just kind of grew. And now it's like, it's crazy because like one of the girls in the group, like her mom passed away, and everybody was like so like supportive.
Mm-hmm.
They joke and say it's like a sorority. Like it's just, I don't know, it's interesting. And there's a lot of very smart, goal-oriented women in the group. I will say that.
So it's fair to say that you have real friendships that form in these groups.
Yes,
right?
and some people have also found love. Also,
Right?
Yeah.
Hookups. There we go.
one of my friends in Atlanta, her and her girlfriend been together for a little minute now, and I'm like, y'all met in MixHer. So
So how does that make you feel? Like
it makes me feel like I need to be, if nothing else, at least invited to the wedding. Like,
right, absolutely. So what type of little shenanigans go on in this group? Because as we know, like these Facebook groups can get really entertaining, to say the least.
yeah. Well, there's a lot of. Sometimes people will post stuff, and it'll kind of come off like a dating ad, and then they just end up being like roasted. Like, it's bad. You get people that get into spats, of course. Recently, somebody commented and was like, I don't understand why girls date studs. I think that they should all just be gone. And I was like, okay, that was like 2 days ago. And I was like, all right, that's kind of extreme.
And was this a lesbian who said this?
We decided that it was like a man trolling as a lesbian.
Okay.
But not before they got roasted, so yeah.
So it's fair to say that if you're coming into MixHer, then you have to have tough skin,
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we know that you have a platform and that you try to use your platform for positivity, and you're really active in the LGBT community. Can you tell us some of the things that you've done and kind of what got you involved in your community?
Okay. I don't know. It's funny because initially I really wasn't that involved, but I guess the more I'm around it, I kind of actually fell into it from doing like media stuff, like for Dinah Shore, I was like a media partner. For Tracks Girls, which I've been part of them for about 5 or 6 years now. Shout out to Avion. There's just been a lot of different groups that I've kind of had the opportunity to watch grow and be a part of. So one thing that I'm really, really passionate about as far as our community goes is working within the community.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of separation among like black, white, boys, girls.
Absolutely.
The fact that, and it's weird because we're kind of okay with it because you have like black pride and you have white pride and then you have boys go in. But I like for things to be a little bit more mixed. So that's kind of where I do my part. But as far as activism and awareness and things like that, I've done a couple things with the HRC as far as like volunteer work and stuff like that.
Okay.
I also, 2 years ago, there's a panel that they just started doing at LSU. That's kind of like a little gay expo. I went to that, just kind of did some coverage. So just kind of trying to support, spread the word. And also I've done some work with youth, but I don't really like, post anything about that because it's just not really appropriate. So I was like,
okay.
Youth that are confused. You get a lot of questions like, you're a blogger, can you help me figure out if I'm gay or not? I'm like, okay. So
tell you what you do. Lay down. No, I'm just kidding.
Right now.
I'll help you figure that out real quick. Right. Okay. So we know that you have this amazing book that just came out, and we actually have it with us right here. Yes, I have scrolled through the book myself. I haven't gotten a chance to actually read it. However, I am super excited about ordering my copy on Amazon, and I'll let Aryka tell you about this book, guys. So tell us, how did you get started with this? What was your inspiration behind it? What can readers expect when they, open it up?
Right.
Fill us in.
Okay, so basically, a marketer from a publishing company kind of just popped up in my inbox, and she was saying, we're looking for different bloggers, and bloggers have kind of influence to, publish literature. I'm like, oh, well, is it like about me? And she's like, no, just about anything. So we kind of actually want you to use stuff kind of from your column. I said, okay. So I submitted 3 different ideas. It's funny now because I can't even, the first idea was, how to be, a femme. I don't know, it was stupid. The second one was, about love. And then the third one was actually Confessions of a Femme, which is where Girl Play came from.
Right.
So that one was kind of already halfway written. So they ended up, of course, let's talk about dating and love. So I was like, okay. So from there, I wrote, a paragraph for each, chapter, the table of contents and everything. And then they decided on kind of a yay or nay, and they decided to go with it. And it's been really quick. It's been, I started writing in either July or August.
Wow.
Yeah, so it moved along very fast.
That's really fast.
Yeah, and at first glance, people are like, oh, it's gonna be a book about dating. It's really kind of not, though. It's kind of actually a book about getting to know yourself and not being a complete mess before you try to date somebody else.
Which is so important in our community. I mean, we have so many, the term U-Haul lesbian is thrown around so much.
I call them serial daters.
Right.
Serial monogamists. You have these women in a straight dynamic, men are like, okay, I'm done now. They're not answering your calls, texts, none of that. Women don't know how to let go of shit. Plain and simple. So you have this push me, pull me thing going on for years, months, whatever. They try to move. It's just a mess. So sit down, collect your thoughts, find yourself, and then move on.
And that's what this book is about. She's just not that into you, and that's she being you,
right.
Okay? You need to take a moment, do some self-reflection, and get back into yourself so that you know how to love others and give to others, right? Cool. So tell us, what is your vision for the future? Where do you see yourself going? Where do you see your blog, your website, your book? Where are we headed?
I would love to replace Raven-Symoné. No, not one day.
Well, she's already been traded. So.
Oh, yeah, no, we traded her for Gary Owens, whoever wasn't no. No, but all jokes aside, I would love to have a slot somewhere where I can actually speak from an intellectual standpoint and make a difference, and not just because our generation, we don't have a lot of leaders,
right?
So it's just I would love to do correspondence work. I'd love to be on a red carpet. I also want to continue writing.
In highlighting your On the Rise to Fame, we have to talk about the fact that you have been voted 2 years in a row 100 Men That We Love by Go Magazine. What does that feel like for you?
It feels good because, to be honest, there's not a lot of black people in it. So
Keep it funky.
Yeah, it feels good. It's good to be acknowledged as, a queer woman of color that's actually doing something. So, yeah, feels good.
So something that I want to know, something I have to know, are you going to bring back Girl Play TV? Because let me tell you, I was getting my life with this. And there are a lot of web series out there that are really, really good. But this is something that, kept me hooked. I wanted to pitch it for you myself. We have to get this on logo. We have to get this somewhere. So, do you plan on having Girl Play TV make a comeback?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I am 50 pages. I am 50 pages into a pilot.
Okay.
That probably will not ever see the internet. So, yes. But one interesting thing is it will be in Houston. It will not be in New Orleans anymore. And it'll be shot beginning of August, end of July. Different cast, some different storylines, some new people, some old people. What I probably will do is do maybe a couple screenings just out here because it's in Houston and locally, but I want to pitch it, so it's not going to see the light of day on YouTube. So
well, that is a good thing. I'm really, really excited about that. Well, Aryka, I want to thank you for giving this time to sit down and chat with you, letting us have a little bit of insight on what's going on in your life. Guys, make sure that you buy the book, She's Just Not That Into You. Tell the people where they can buy it at.
You can buy it on Amazon.com. Just search She's Not That Into You and my first name, Aryka, Aryka, and it will come right up.
Check it out. And so if they wanted to get in contact with you, check out what you're doing, can you give them the website for the link for your website and your blog, your Instagram? Girl, we trying to get to know you.
It's tffmag.com, and it's also tffmag for Instagram. And if you search Facebook, search the Femme, and it's THEFEMME, and it'll pop up.
All right, guys, so you heard it right here first on Tea Table TV. I am your girl, B, and this is the beautiful Miss Aryka. Check us out next time when we'll be in the city highlighting another girl who's on the rise to fame. Peace.